What's going? We finna hit a reaction video to Tommy G's new video. I have not seen it yet, but we finna go ahead and get a reaction video to it. It is called let me go to it. Yeah, Inside the Teenage Crime Empire. It's a $1 billion theft ring. I haven't seen it yet. Clicked on it. I'm like, let me react to it with my subscribers. So we're gonna get into this video, man. Like, comment, subscribe.
Hey there, welcome to the Coinbase customer care team. Who am I currently speaking with? How may I help you today?
The FBI swarmed a luxury home in Miami in a raid connected
You boys in here, man. So you talking about Miami? You boy masked up now.
to the theft of cryptocurrency. The government says it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. They're charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and conspiracy to launder money.
Who the hell Tommy G be getting all these folks to link up with, like, and they just agreeing to be telling on the camera, telling what they be doing, boy. I don't know, man. They be kind of weird. Then these folks be telling that, well, not. It's like they telling on themselves, like, I don't know.
People are hungry, and a lot of these people see people with money, and they want it. They'll send people after you.
Man, you look like you do anything for some money. You look like it. I ain't gonna lie. You look like one of them. Don't ask me how, but
Kidnap you. They'll do anything in their power to get that money away from you.
Basically, it's like this big community. They do crimes, steal money from people.
How much money is enough money to you?
I mean, how much money is enough money to anyone, right? They probably told you that your house was in, hold on, let me see.
mic check, mic check. All right.
They may have mentioned that, yeah.
When I first started this video, I thought I was dealing with a few kids that scam people for maybe a few $1,000s. Then I quickly realized I was dealing with a dangerous, extremely violent,
What the hell these folks got going on? They smacking people to get their cryptocurrency. They chaining people up to get their cryptocurrency. Buddy looked like he had a mean portfolio of cryptocurrency. And they done chained him up and told him to send that shit over. They crazy as hell, boy.
$1 million criminal underworld called the Com. And this brought me into an entire subculture of fascinating characters. From operators in the Com, including a kid who is currently on the run from international law enforcement.
Yo, Tommy, bro, I'm about to hit this fat lick.
To even two of the chief security officers of the most recognizable cryptocurrency platforms in the world.
Philip Martin, the Chief Security Officer at Coinbase.
My name is Nick Prococo. I'm the Chief Security Officer at Kraken.
In this video, we uncovered a group with its own unique culture and lingo.
Skid is pretty much like an idiot, just like role playing. It's just another word, LARP.
A LARP is a live action roleplay. It pretty much means that you fake flex all your things, you get your things off of shit like Pinterest, drive rented cars, all that other shit.
So join us as we explore one of the biggest crime rings you've never heard of. But first, a quick announcement.
Folks, if you f***ed up Christmas, I can help you out. Look no further than Tommy G. You find it, and now... Folks, we're here in Los Angeles, which is one of the ground zero locations of the hotspots for this crypto scamming community. And there's a lot of different scams these guys run, but it also gets much bigger than that. If you read these indictments, and some of these indictments are for 9 figures, we're here to meet a few kids that are in the scene to see what we can learn, and we'll take you right into it. Good to meet you, brother.
Good to meet you.
How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't have Coinbase, by the way.
Hey, it's all good. All good. I'm retired. I don't work anymore. I'm Balenci.
Balenci is controversial in the Com. Some people say he
ran it up and retired. He don't even got to do it no more.
he's made his money through crypto scamming, while others claim he's made his money largely through extorting and blackmailing actual crypto scammers. He was the first one from the Com that agreed to meet us in person. Here's how it went.
No, I'm a retired worker. I don't work anymore. Anybody watching? Pretty much just gonna explain, gonna run through some stuff, how to, avoid common scams that a lot of people fall for, because it's getting very sophisticated nowadays. You just won't be able to tell. So we're at my friend's shop. / rental business. Really nice guy's named Eric. He's also in the crypto space, and he owns his own security agency.
We're talking about like serious, like people are actually wanted in this space. Like this isn't a joke.
You will get 20 years plus if you get caught, and that's like minimum sentencing. And it's all by sophisticated means. So if you steal money using technology at all, it's even worse. That's extra 5 years on top of your sentence. Plus, if you're above the age of 18.
I've heard kids that, hey, I've been doing this since I was 12. Can a 13-year-old get in trouble for this?
They can. I know a lot of kids end up getting in trouble. There's some like 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds who are still in indictments, who have gotten in trouble. They're just like not allowed to post their names. I did get arrested for swatting. So that's something I did get arrested for.
You got arrested for swatting someone?
Yeah.
Swatting is when someone calls in a fake emergency from a spoof number that is so extreme that it prompts a SWAT team response. And that entails armed law enforcement surrounding your house and storming it at gunpoint. Swatting is potentially very dangerous, and it's quite common within the comm, and it's used mostly as a prank, but also to intimidate.
You've also gotten swatted, right?
Many times, yeah.
So now that you've been on the receiving end of it, that is a crazy thing to do to somebody.
It is. And it's like, it's really just it's not fun either. Especially when it happens to you, it's the scariest thing.
Break down some of the lingo in this space.
P1, which press one bot, the bot that people use to scam.
Yo, Tommy, bro, I'm about to hit this fat lick. We've doxed everything and it's ready to either go into a P1 or be SMS'd. It's got their full name right here, their email address, phone numbers associated to them.
You boy got this shit look like it's complicated, bro. What?
And then, of course, their address. I mean, I doxed, I think, 30,000 times as well. Hey there, welcome to the Coinbase customer care team. Who am I currently speaking with? How may I help you today? Okay, no problem.
And then it's like, okay, Tommy G recording this video, but he witnessing him committing the crime. They all got masks on. Like, what the hell? This man, he's snitching on himself. I don't care. You want to wear a mask, shades, what? They talking about you already wanted anyway.
I'm just going to check this out for you here. And just so I can confirm I am speaking
he's
to...
already wanted. They already know his face already, bro. Like, so you just hopping on the damn internet showing off.
The official account holders, the Coinbase account under the phone number you're calling us on. Phone number.
What you are listening to is a live scam in action. It's known as the P1 or press 1 for help scam. The victim on the phone received a text message that convinced him that someone was withdrawing funds from his account, and right now the victim believes he is talking to Coinbase support, when in reality he is talking to a kid in a ski mask who is attempting to drain his entire account.
Yeah, how's your day going so far, sir? Yeah. Of course, no, I understand. I completely, sir. What I'm going to go ahead and do here is sort of place a switch on your account just so we can sort of disable any unauthorized account accesses within the actual account itself. Can you go ahead and possibly just confirm them?
You got people that got their life savings in them accounts, bro, and they wiping them out. Man,
This recent active balance that displays on your end, sir. $36,000. Okay. What I'm going to go ahead and do here is just transfer you to one of our managers, and they'll be able to sort of handle your case more securely. Balance. So I'm basically right now about to transfer to one of someone else in my team.
to my low ass balance game. Oh man,
and they'll be able to sort of handle their case and be able to, you know, get their coins, you know what I mean?
What do you make in a typical week doing this?
It really depends. I mean, I've gone 2 weeks dry with no money, and then next thing you know it, I'm up $500,000.
And what I noticed, a lot of kids in this community blow through that money so quickly.
yeah, we can tell.
What are we looking at?
What about comms?
It's just short for community, but it's like our group of people, our little group is known as the comm.
So basically, it's like this big community, form a group where they do crimes, steal money from people. That's basically the comm, not OGs and names.
Is it true to say that a lot of these kids met on Roblox, Call of Duty, Minecraft,
Yeah. Like Xbox and shit. I know a lot of people from Xbox, the group have millions of dollars now. And it is, again, messed up because you have to understand, calm kids are not just 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds who have nothing to do in their lives. There are 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds who are doing this. We're paying hitmen and we're paying people to go rob other people and burn houses down. And it's crazy.
Do you think it would be fair to guess that this very behavior of being willing to backstab and cross a friend over money, it's going to be the very behavior that actually brings down the whole community?
The number one reason why con kids get caught is because of this avid flexing. They want to flex the lifestyle. They want to flex the watches. They want to flex the cars. That's what gets you caught. And the second thing is crypto in itself, when you're doing all this business, is completely undetectable. It's easy to wash, it's easy to launder, it's easy to hide all the assets that you've taken. But when it comes down to things like going to send someone else to go rob someone, or torching someone's house, that's when they do get caught. Because that's what law enforcement puts two and two together. And I think a lot of people get it confused. The com is called the community because there's a lot of different types of communities. For example, there might be a Roblox com or a Fortnite com. Well, there's also fraud com and there's crypto fraud com. So there's a lot of these different groups that kind of come together, and the people who don't know each other in real life, they meet each other digitally, they connect online, and basically the whole purpose really depends on which part of the com you're in. The main one, which I think has the most notoriety, is probably the crypto and fraud comms. And if you've ever gotten a text message that says, contact Coinbase support or press 1 to call back, it's usually probably from someone in the com.
You recently had a big hit.
I have, yeah. It was around $900,000 or so. We social engineered him into, securing his funds into his Coinbase wallet.
$100,000. Y'all do that shit, I'm going to war. I'm telling you right now, we finding you, and you look 13, 14, 15. I'm telling you, man, we going to war. You drain $900K out of somebody's account, you better be okay with the repercussions. You might get stripped, killed, robbed, anything, bro. They find you, you're done. I'm telling you. 900.
It was pretty hard because he had to do a facial verification thing, so we hung out for about 20 minutes or so. It was just a lot of waiting. We received a call back, and he moved his funds into his Coinbase wallet, which we just took everything.
So is he pretty much shit out of luck? Like, is there any way he could try and trace this down?
All of our money is cleanly washed. There's no trace of it anywhere. On this baby right here, that's my ledger.
So it looks pretty legit. There's a case reference, there's a signed representative, and then what's the next step from here?
Just social engineer them, we'll send them a link or the same email.
And then Kraken, here we go. Same thing. Yeah, no reply, email that Kraken, representative, Kraken support. To work a long career, let's say he's been working since he left high school or college, and be in your 50s, and have accumulated $900,000 of cryptocurrency, and then lose it all. That's gotta be devastating for the guy.
I'm sure it is. But, it's better off in my hands.
In May of 2025, hackers bribed overseas Coinbase employees and demanded a $20 million ransom from Coinbase. In response, CEO Brian Armstrong put out a $20 million bounty on anyone that can provide information that would lead to the hackers' arrest, and he promised to bring these hackers to justice. Coinbase estimated that this incident cost them between $180 and $400 million, and part of that was the cost to reimburse any customer that was affected by this incident. And to me, it blew my mind that attacks from teenagers could lead to a $100 million consequence for a major crypto company.
We're going to meet a kid in this parking garage up here.
This is Unknown. He's a kid that has touched over 7 figures in his career in crypto, and he agreed to meet us in a parking garage to explain this mysterious world in more detail.
What do you go by and what do you do in this space?
My name's and I like to engineer for cryptocurrency.
Social engineering?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that.
Social engineering is the manipulation of gaining someone's trust, even though it's not really true.
What team does it take to do this? Like, what are the different roles that need to be done?
So there's 3 parts of it. It's always a 3-way split. There's a data provider, there's the engineer, which is the caller, and there's usually a boss that helps you behind the scenes, send the emails and all that other stuff.
And who do you think is the most important in this 3?
Probably the caller, because they have to gain the target's trust.
And people are meeting each other in Minecraft?
Correct. So
It's a common way to get into this.
oh yeah, Minecraft is usually the biggest way like that everyone gets into this kind of stuff.
That sounds hilarious to say out loud.
Yeah, it really does. My friend sold a username on Minecraft for $250,000 last month.
LARP.
A LARP is a live action role play. It pretty much means that you fake flex all your things, you get your things off of shit like Pinterest, drive rented cars, all that other shit.
What is a skid?
It's gonna get the person like they might be a little bit smart, they just lie about things.
Somebody's pretending they make a bunch of money, pretending they have a bunch of things, or they know how to do stuff. You'll call them a LARP. You'll say, oh, you're role playing. You don't know what you're talking about.
Do you have any worry that you might get caught?
Honestly, I don't. Because I know that I'm kind of safe.
If you were to guess, how much would you say your parents are worth?
Low 7 figures.
Are you in high school?
Yeah.
Did you skip high school to come here?
No, sir.
So you're still in high school. At what point can you use this money and start your own LLC or do something legitimate?
I mean, at the end of the day, I can go start something legal right now because I have this big empire. And honestly, that's kind of what like the goal is, because if I'm getting all this legal income and I get questions for how much money I have proof of income right there.
How much money is enough money to you?
I mean, how much money is enough money to anyone, right? But honestly, if I go home tomorrow and I hit another $1 million, I'd probably be done.
So you think you're still going to keep going?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Describe how violent this game is.
People have so much money and so much time on their hands and no empathy towards people. So it gets really bad. You know, people are hungry, and a lot of these people see people with money and they want it. They'll send people after you, kidnap you. They'll do anything in their power to get that money away from you.
So when I was leaving my house, black car pulled up. 2 people with guns, 3 people with machetes, put me in the car.
You better be ready for that. There's gonna be a whole lot of that. You taking people life savings game. Folks gonna how about you lucky the damn armed forces ain't pop up, boy.
Took me to some place and they wanted to make some quick money and then they would sort of let me go.
So how much did they rob you for?
$50K. They didn't manage to take that much.
I've seen people go up to people's cars, shoot their cars. I've seen people get shot at. I've seen windows broken. I've seen Molotovs going through windows. I've seen people tied up. I've seen people get like needles put into their arms. I've pretty much seen it all.
Within the comm, they have networks that offer violence for hire services. How this works is someone can say in a Telegram chat, for example, do you know anyone in Chicago that can do a job? I'm offering $10,000. And the common options for this violence would include bricking, which involves throwing a brick through someone's house windows. Another thing that is quite common is paying for rival comm members to be kidnapped and robbed of their cryptocurrency. And finally, you can order anything from a drive-by shooting to happen or for someone's house to be crashed into by a car. Now, keep in mind, some of these kids are as young as 15. They have millions of dollars at their disposal, and they have the ability to cause real violence. And this is one of the elements that makes the comm particularly dangerous.
How hard is it to protect where you live?
It's very, very, very hard. If you think you're safe online, you're not safe.
So the average person, within a couple minutes, you can find out where they live and their...
If you give me your phone number, I'd be able to get everything off you just like that from one computer.
Do you know people that have been kidnapped?
Yeah, so a lot of people that know the Malone story don't actually know, but his friend's parents were actually kidnapped. You know, maybe to extort them because they knew about the crime, so they were probably just going to extort them for all the money.
The most notorious case in the comm has to be that of Malone Lamb. At just 19, he and his team executed a $230
I've seen his name. I've seen him before.
million fraud that was perpetrated on just one victim. He then went on an absolute spending rampage, and in a short amount of time, he bought over 30 luxury vehicles, would casually run up $500,000 nightclub tabs in Miami, and he bought an endless amount of Birkin bags for women he was trying to impress. This spending is what eventually caught the attention of law enforcement and got him caught. His case is still in process as we speak.
Have you been kidnapped before?
I have.
His ass, he tripping. He flexed too hard.
I was leaving the club here in Hollywood, and a white van pulled up. They come up to me trying to say, yo, what's up? And then next thing you know, there's a gun to my abdomen. And at that point, you just, can't really do anything. They're like, you're just going to come with us, get in the car. And they say, well, pull out your phone and scan your face and hand it to me. He changes my Instagram password. He changed my Telegram password. We were there for about a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just sitting in a garage. And he sent all the money out.
How much do they take from you?
It was about like 43K.
One of the terms I've heard in the space is IRL robbers.
IRL. They'll go break into their house late at night, tie them up, tie their families up, go put guns to them, and they'll try to get them to send out all the money that they have to the name. Innocent people who have, no involvement with this at all.
And how do they find them?
Through like data.
After meeting with Balenci, he posted a photo of us online, and instantly things started to get hot. I got docs and chats with thousands of comm kids, and right away got threats with my home address listed. Initially, I was very spooked.
Yeah, you're being targeted by this dude named ACG. It's a group in New York by Dridian and then some other people. They're pretty legit. They'll try to pay some people to go to your house and throw a brick in your house. That's all they'll do. And saw your house. I could help you give some information about them, but I could help you find them a little bit. But they're based in Dubai right now. They probably told you that your house was in, hold on, let me see.
They may have mentioned that, yeah.
But once I got over the shock of that, I learned something else. The exotic car rental place Balenci had us meet, Drive LA, was also extremely sketchy. You see, the owner of it, Eric Hallam, was just in the news.
Former police officer now accused of kidnap for ransom.
Hallam was an LA cop for 12 years, and he used his uniform, according to some sources, to regularly rob teenagers known to be having large amounts of cryptocurrency, and he was hired by bosses within the comm, guys like Adam Iza.
The conspiracy revolves around a man named Adam Iza. Iza referred to himself through the term the Godfather. He was a major cyber criminal.
And well, would you know that allegedly this conspiracy also involved the Israeli mob? So between getting doxxed and becoming aware that kidnapping cops and Israeli crime syndicates were getting involved in the comm, it made me realize that this story was way more serious than I initially thought.
There's a really corrupt place in Los Angeles called Drive LA. I don't want to speak on anyone affiliated except the owner. That would be Eric Benjamin Hallam. He's basically ex-reserve cop. He just runs a huge kidnapping ring, and it looks like a security firm online. But essentially, it's just a huge kidnapping ring.
Are you afraid for your life right now?
Yeah, so I've been being hunted for quite a minute now. They actually kidnapped one of my friends and held him for basically ransom. They basically said, give him all your crypto, and they tortured the living life out of him until he was bleeding, fingernails peeled off, everything. They even took his car. They'll even drive states across just to get to someone.
God dang.
Trackers in your car, they'll follow you. They'll literally dress up like cops and come to you. They'll even go as far as driving the girl you're talking to or someone around you and basically threatening them, saying, if you don't do this, we're going to your life. They'll pull your social, find loans in your name, try and kidnap that person just to get you.
Is he doing this with a crew of cops or a crew of street thugs, or who's his?
I mean, I don't really want to speak on that entirely. By himself, he's harmless, but he has so much money. Money's his power.
Realistically, how afraid are you right now?
Bro, I've literally been running state to state for so long.
Would you say that you are on the run right now?
I'm on the run from the government. I don't have any government agencies looking after me. I mean, I'm on the run from people, maybe. I mean, I've got sort of a bunch of people that are trying to get me killed, I guess, sort of targeting me, but they can't catch me. They can do their best to catch me. They can't catch me.
So just to show you how serious this game is, there's this guy I was talking to that is overseas that specializes in rug pulls. Think Subway, McDonald's, Burger King, hacking their Twitter account. Let's say it's Subway, launching footlong coin. People get gullible, they buy into it, and then they rug pull it. He just, I'm backing out of the moment for security reasons. Sorry for wasting your time. I would have done it, but people just got really mad at me. There's a lot of threatening in this game. I've had people message me that are trying to threaten me or say other people are threatening me. It's a very weird space. People want to really act like they're violent, but just to say that this is not a game. We have lots of money on the line, lots of prison time on the line, and kids that are so disconnected from empathy and reality that they are willing to swat each other, rob each other, kidnap family members. I mean, this is much deeper than I ever could have guessed that this goes. So we'll see where the story develops.
We went to meet with a guy that went by O-Fi, a man with an intriguing reputation in the comm. The word on him varied wildly. Some people said he was the son of a Chinese billionaire, or that due to family political ties, he had diplomatic immunity in the United States. And because he said things like this,
I'm not kidding. We just got off a phone call, and I can't tell if this guy is serious or not. I think he is. Offering for us to see a kidnapping.
many within the comm feared him. However, others claimed that he was a LARP and any flex that he showed was due to his father's money. But other sources told me he had deep criminal connections, referencing groups ranging from street gangs to cartels. Not knowing what to believe, we went to meet him at a warehouse somewhere in California.
Or you can't predict the right answer. It's, you know, if nothing happens, oh man, you got scared away from journalism by some kids. If something happens, man, Tom, you chose a story over as a higher priority than your family's safety, some could say. We have an armed guard now that we're working with for the house. That makes me feel a lot better. I think this is a good meeting to take. I think this kid has pull in the game. All right.
Good to meet you, man.
What's up, guys? You guys the security or what?
Yes.
Okay. Good to meet you.
A whole bunch of black boys working for him. Him for real.
What's going on, fellas? Good to meet you. What's up, guys? How are you? I'm Tommy. Good to meet you.
How's everything, man?
Pretty good. Mostly pretty good.
Nothing happened?
Nothing happened. Up protection levels, so I feel all right. I'm itching to be home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
There's a lot of lore about you.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the game, they were excited when they found out I was talking to you. Can you tell the people who you are and what you do?
So my name is O-Fi, and I do crypto. And I've been doing investing since I was 14 years old. I'm currently 17. And I think it's a fun experience. But there's like a dark side to it and a good side to it in crypto. And I think it's a fun experience since I was 14 years old. I'm currently 17. And I think it's a fun experience. But there's like a dark side to it and a good side to it.
He got grown men working for him. He must got hella freaking money then, bro.
In crypto. And we're here to talk about it today.
What the hell is going on? These are teenagers kind of running amok, it seems like.
You could say that because a lot of people, they fake it till they make it, you could say. For these young people, because they want to seem like they have a lot of money, so they'll get a bunch of customers, you could say. While doing that, there's things like murders and kidnappings that happen as well, because they fake their lifestyle. And they think they're on top of the world, and then people who are watching and supporting this person, they'll try to kidnap or do something to him to get a name off him, you could say.
They backdoor each other.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And when I see these teenagers backdooring each other, that they lived together, they were friends together, they went to the club together. To me, it speaks of a toxic community. What do you think?
I think that backdooring is more of like, okay, because they see it's a group of people when they do like these scam stuff. And so if one person makes a bunch of money and don't share the money, they'll get jealous. And that's just how humans are. There was like a situation called Malone situation, where I had a good friend of mine, and then he used to play Minecraft with Malone. And Malone used to live in Singapore, and then he did a bunch of crypto stuff, and he made a little bit of money, and he came to America. And then when he came to America, and then he brought like a group of people who used to play Minecraft with him, and then from what I heard of, is Malone got backdoored by their own friends. When he got arrested.
His friends got him arrested?
Yeah, you can say that.
Because they told to the feds?
You can say that, yeah.
Right now, it seems like there's a lot of federal pressure going on in this community. Are you thinking that there's a house of cards that's about to start falling?
I think, yeah, because I heard from the FBI or the CIA, they're cracking down on crypto scams, you could say.
Some of the legend about you, you're son of a very powerful Chinese man and you have diplomatic immunity in this country.
The thing about that is the people that they're saying, I know who they're saying. Well, I'm not related to them, it's just family friends.
So you have some powerful friends?
They're okay.
What brought you to the United States?
So I was born here in LA.
Okay.
I grew up in San Gabriel Valley. I've been doing crypto ever since 14. And the environment I was in is a bunch of these crypto kids and crypto, like older people that were doing NFTs.
That's the other thing that's blowing my mind about this world is kids ranging from like 12 to 22 are pulling off 7, 8, even 9-figure heists in this game.
Yeah, that's the thing, because age is just a number at the end of the day.
How dangerous would you say some of these people in the community are?
They're not dangerous. No, but it's just disgusting what they do. You want to talk about like the kidnappings that happen in crypto?
Yes.
We have one person that you could talk about it. When people steal in the crypto world, it gets deadly because, you know, a lot of server hackers to where they can get the IP addresses and, like you said, get your house's information, people on your family, stuff like that. People get greedy, like they wouldn't want to see the people win. Kind of hatred, you know? People take it upon themselves to hire people, like you said, and go upon ways of kidnapping people's family. Seeing it done myself, you feel me?
We're in an era where privacy is kind of gone. It's impossible to pretty much to protect your home, your information, your birthday, things like that. People are going to find that out. That means everyone can be tracked. Is that? Do you think that's a kind of accurate statement?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate because your information after you turn 18, it's all put out there. There is no privacy. And that's just the law. Greed and money is a big thing. By the end of the day, you do bad things, you have bad karma. And that's what I believe in. And so I believe karma is real. So us, all of us, we like to do charity. We like to help people. When you do good, good things will happen to you. And that's the way of life.
I agree. And I think it's always, you can feel really good about good karma, but bad karma, you got to watch over your shoulder. And that's not a comfortable feeling for anyone.
Exactly.
My impression of a lot of these kids in this space is that they are already rich starting off. A lot of these kids are upper class kids in this game.
Yeah. A lot of them come from a good house, but they look up to the wrong people. And when you do that, it's your brain up.
Did you drop out of high school?
Yeah.
How long have you been dropped out of school for?
Ever since I was a freshman. And in freshman year, I was doing crypto in school as well. I was trading NFTs in 8th grade. In 9th grade, I dropped out.
Is it fair to say that money is the root of all evil?
It is. Because money changes people. And money could a person up or make this person very good. But at a young age, people with wealth, they don't know how to hold the money. They'll spend the money.
Basically, these guys are, well, he said a threat to me, and that Balenci called him 2 or 3 hours ago and mentioned those threats. Yet Balenci is supposed to be, we're supposed to be meeting him shortly here.
I told you the other day as well, he is a threat. The thing is, him himself physically not a threat, but he feeds information to dangerous people, if that makes sense.
So probably cut him off.
100% cut him off.
He tried to get us to come to a mansion party yesterday, and he wants to meet us in like an hour. You think this is, you would say it could be a setup?
It could be a setup for sure. And he can also, if there are people targeting you, he's the type of guy to play both sides. He'd sell you out for like 2,000, 1,000 probably. Like, like he's that type of guy, really. But just say if they did get a hold of him, like, yo, give us Tommy G, we'll give you X amount of crypto, and he'd do it in a heartbeat.
These folks slimy out here, boy. It's crazy.
This is Nick Prococo, the Chief Security Officer of Kraken. Nick has an OG hacker background and has been...
Yeah, this dude needs to get his platform together. All that rug pulling stuff, that's not it.
Running elite white hat security teams for many years. His company Kraken has one of the best track records in the industry when it comes to defending customers from these kinds of attacks. So I wanted to get his perspective on this story.
In the course of making this video, I was threatened allegedly by guys that may be located in Dubai right now. And people could look at that and say, they're in Dubai, they're living a lavish lifestyle, they might have tens of millions of dollars to their name. What's going to happen to these guys?
Yeah, I mean, when you're dealing with other countries, that becomes difficult, right? Like international law enforcement needs to take control of that type of investigation.
What are the penalties for doing this?
They can go to jail for many years, especially computer crimes are typically, interesting enough, computer crimes are often steeper penalties compared to some other crimes. And so, you know, you can see someone can go to jail for 20, 30, 30 years for like a financial computer-based crime.
Would you say the federal government is equipped to kind of go after these kids and stuff?
They're getting better. I'm working with a number of law enforcement agencies across the country to teach them how to do this type of analysis, and bring some of the tools to them to show them how to use them. Prosecutors are learning how to prosecute these cases. In some cases, even start that process even before the identity of the perpetrators are known. So there are definitely steps that are being taken, and the capabilities are getting better.
Right now, where would you say we are in the adoption curve of crypto?
I think we're still very early, even though it's been about a decade, right? It's a decade. If you think of, I sort of compare it, and a lot of people do, they compare it to sort of the internet adoption, right? Like when I was doing early internet activities, early 90s, mid 90s, there was, handfuls of people or, thousands of people maybe online, at that time.
Across the industry, Kraken has been rated as one of the top security cryptocurrency companies on the planet. For the companies that aren't as good, what do you think they are doing to drop the ball, and what do you think they could fix internally?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times it's the culture of security, in the company itself. We have people who join Kraken from other cryptocurrency exchanges, and they give us feedback and say, the culture of security is far higher than what was at the other company. A lot of times companies are just very focused on making money. They're very focused on moving as fast as they can, rolling out new products, not really focusing on like, when we roll out new products, we should make sure they're secure. When clients are having some trouble or someone hacks into a client's account, we should be able to detect that and stop the criminal. And so, I think a lot of what we do is very focused on ensuring that our clients are safe, ensuring that our systems are safe, ensuring that our products that we release to our clients, which as a company, we release products almost every week. There's new features and new products. We want to make sure that those are safe to use as well. And a lot of companies don't do that. Every business that's has customer service either builds it in-house or they have to outsource, or they do a combination of both. Where companies have fallen down is that they will outsource to, say, a very large call center. And so when you as a client pick up the phone and you call 1-800 crypto company, when you're talking, the person on the other end is not an employee of the crypto company. They're outsourced, like a business process outsourcing. And so what can happen in those environments is that the people that are in that call center start getting infiltrated by the comm. And then it spreads a little bit like wildfire, like, hey, I just made an extra $500. Right?
Particularly if it's a country where $500 goes a long way.
Right. I think one, have situational awareness. If you're getting a phone call out of the blue, if you are getting a text message out of the blue, especially one that is worrisome, like your account is hacked into, or we need to help you move all your funds. Like those types of calls should be very big red flags. Kraken doesn't make those types of phone calls to our clients. Other organizations do not make those types of phone calls to their clients. Just be very aware that when you're getting something that says you have to hurry up and do something, it's typically someone on the other line of the line that wants you to do it quickly because they want to steal what you have very quickly and go on to the next person.
Folks, this brings me to the sponsor of today's video. Stick around for 60 seconds.
That's real, man.
This information, bucks in Bitcoin. Right now, you would have 180 for the trust, and that's why it's very, very long. And they've avoided makes it feel safe and financial independence.
Philip, the Chief Security Officer at Coinbase.
Coinbase has the most users of any crypto exchange in the United States, so of course their platform has been heavily targeted by these social engineering attacks. I wanted to hear how familiar he was with the comm and understand what his company was doing to address these attacks. So I boarded a flight to San Francisco and sat down with him at a Coinbase office.
You're talking to a guy whose mission is to protect this stuff, right? I see the future of the comm as being dismantled piece by piece by law enforcement over time. Now, is there going to be a new the comm named something else that'll spring up? Probably. And that one will get dismantled too. And then there'll be another one, and that one will just get dismantled too. I don't want to live in a world where the good guys can do whatever they want in pursuit of the bad guys, because I think that leads to the good guys becoming the bad guys over time. I think that kind of process and procedure is an important part of keeping the good guys good and the bad guys bad. What I would say at the end of this is just to those folks out there that are victims or potential victims, right? Just like you learned growing up to lock your door, put your lights on a timer, stop the mail delivered to your house on vacation, right? All that physical security hygiene we all learned. There's cybersecurity hygiene out there too, right? Around two-factor authentication, password managers, the use of, recognizing phishing when you see it, that kind of stuff. And it's very, very important that folks, invest in that kind of hygiene and knowledge, just like they do for their house or their car or any other asset that they have.
What are some things people back home should know that is going to protect them from losing their money?
Minimize the data that's out there about you online. Be skeptical, right? You're going to get these calls, text messages, emails, things like that. Don't always trust what you immediately see and hear there. In these scams, there's two things they try to create: urgency and isolation. You should never be pressured into making a choice like this, or they're going to say things like, your account's being hacked right now. You have to move money right now. That's not ever how this works. Isolation, they're going to push you to not talk to other people about this scam. We are very, very committed to working with law enforcement every single day, making sure that we are educating them, that we are training them, that we are working with them to aggregate victim losses and show them, hey, this is a priority.
All right, folks, that was a look into the world of teenage cryptocurrency theft. But I want to say this: don't be afraid of getting into cryptocurrency, just like real estate, mutual funds, gold. These are important things to invest into if you can. And when you see some of the more conservative financial outlets like Wells Fargo or JP Morgan putting Bitcoin ETFs on their balance sheet, it's probably a good idea for the common man to do it as well. If you want to get started investing into cryptocurrency, click the link for Kraken below and get started on your investing journey.
It ain't gonna be a catalyst for a lot of people that want to invest. And they just watched this whole video. Shoot, I'm invested, but still,
Folks, thanks for joining. We'll see you next week.
Appreciate y'all for joining. That was it. That was crazy. You gotta watch what information goes out to these folks, but like, comment, and subscribe. TY, ZeusandTytv out. Catch you on the next one.